So the next question on our list is
Okay, so this one says all people who use wheelchair cannot walk. That's everybody you see using a wheelchair automatically
No,
means that the
no,
person
no,
can
no,
walk.
no, that's not quite true. People use wheelchair for various reasons. You have people that are aged, are elderly.
yes.
They're elderly, they are weak. They sit on wheelchair. The distance is far, they can't move, they sit on wheelchair. So not all.
In fact, to add to that, I have a patient in this my clinic. I want to recommend the wheelchair.
Yeah.
Mama is 85 years old. Mama can walk. Oh, there is no stroke. There is
Okay,
nothing.
yeah.
But I want to recommend that.
Yes.
Because of certain reasons,
yeah.
because of age. Age is a factor.
Yeah.
So, and we also have some other conditions that maybe multiple sclerosis, some other conditions that they might have some good days and maybe some bad days. Those bad days they can be on wheelchairs.
Yes.
And move around. And so many other conditions.
Yes, I use electronic wheelchair, and then when I was doing my housemanship in Abuja, somebody saw me on that electronic wheelchair, and he came. Where do you get it? You get? I want to. He was walking. Okay. I want to get it. One evening, I can just sit on it in my compound and roll around.
That's funny.
And just be rolling around. And, some will look it for their elderly parents.
Yeah.
So not everybody.
So it's a very big myth.
Yes.
All right. So, and again, we shouldn't have this phobia, or will I call it phobia? Yeah, phobia for wheelchairs. Me, I have encountered a lot of struggles from patients. They needed wheelchair. Maybe someone that is having a very serious problem that he needs to be on a wheelchair for some time. And when you recommend wheelchair, they say no, they can never be on a wheelchair. Maybe because of what their belief system, that once they're on a wheelchair, there is no rule. There is written anywhere that once you're in a wheelchair, you'll be there permanently. No, there is no rule like that. In fact, we are rehabilitation experts. We have different stages of rehabilitation. There are sometimes you might be on that wheelchair. From there, we progress you to another stage, maybe Zimmer's frame. From there, we progress you to maybe tripod stand and all that, or then to independent walking. So these are stages. So I want us to, have the right information. Being on a wheelchair does not make, and also our pastors to also assist us. Sometimes they will tell you that their pastor told them not to ever sit on that wheelchair. That if they sit on that wheelchair, you'll be locked in that wheelchair. It's not true. It's not true. It's never true.
It's so bad that sometimes the phobia is extended to people sitting on the wheelchair and the wheelchair itself. You see, I've seen people that I will say, please, can you bring my wheelchair there for me? They wouldn't even want to touch it.
Serious?
They wouldn't want to touch it. Sometimes when I want to look at the microscope, so sometimes I have to sit on a stool and I'll keep my wheelchair. And somebody came to consult and there's no other seat. I said, well, you can you sit down?
They prefer to sit.
They prefer to sit. The teacher want to sit. So as if the wheelchair is contagious. When they sit, they are going to contract the disease.
It's not true.
It's not true.
We are here in Best Life now to tell you that it is not true.
I once had this patient. I was actually seeing a patient one time. The patient was on the bed and I was tired. I wanted to sit down. So the only chair around was a wheelchair. Me, I dragged the wheelchair and I sat down comfortably. The patient was like, what are you doing? Are you okay? Why would you sit on a wheelchair? No, stand up. I said, for what? I want to sit down. I am tired. A wheelchair is a chair. I am sitting. It doesn't mean that I will not stand up and use my leg anymore. So people have that phobia or believe that when you use a wheelchair, that means you want to be crippled, you want to wheelchair.
It's not true. It's not true. So we have debunked that myth today.
Yeah.
So please stop being afraid of wheelchairs. If your medical condition,
requires
that you sit on a wheelchair for some time through your rehabilitation process period, please do, for better management and for better recovery. And again, don't stigmatize. Don't say because this wheelchair you will not touch. Hey, all those things. come on, we have to get over some of these things.
Yeah.
We have to be civilized enough to get over some of these things. And no, wheelchair is not contagious. It's not a disease. It's just an equipment.
Yeah.
Just an equipment, please. So thank you so much, sir, for that. And I believe our viewers are better informed now. When they see wheelchair, they will not run away. All right, thank you. So the next question on our list is.
Okay, so this one says people with disabilities are not reliable employees.
Yes.
So you did wow.
Yeah.
This one is interesting.
Yes, it's interesting and it's very, very important.
Okay.
Now, when I saw that question, a whole lot of things just coming into my mind. The first thing I want to say is that the word reliable, that word reliable first is the most important word there, and because that's very, very subjective. If you say people with disability are not reliable employee, I don't think that is a correct statement, or is very, very correct. And I'm afraid because such statement can have a whole lot of impact with some physically challenged people that want to take their destiny into their hands. For instance, they graduate from the university, they carry their certificate like every other person, and you don't want to give him job because you think he's not reliable. Now, be that as it may, that's why I said the reliability there is very, very subjective. It depends on what is the job prescription. What is the job prescription, and what do you want the disabled person? It will be very unfair for you to know that this person cannot see, and you employ him to look at the microscope. You want him to come and look at the microscope. Of course, you know that is not possible, right? The employment should be, or the job prescription should be tailored towards his physical or whatever challenges he has. You know, I am saying this because people use that sentiment many years ago to discourage, to fight my desire to become a doctor. They keep arguing. How is he going to do this? How is he going to do that? How is he going to do that? I wonder, I'm surprised that now nobody is saying anything. Nobody saying, a consultant. Nobody saying anything.
They're not commending you. They're not going back to say you're saying what?
I run clinic in the state hospital, general hospital, where I first got my employment. Okay. I run clinic, I see patients, and nobody is saying anything. Surprisingly. When I finished my hard job, you know, this sentiment was so strong that somehow it affected me somehow. Okay. When I graduated from the university, I did my hard job in Abuja. That's University of Abuja Teaching Hospital. After my hard job, I was shy. Should I say shy? I was afraid of looking for job, for employment. I was afraid of looking for employment, at least in private hospitals and other hospitals, because I was feeling people, I will not be employed. They will keep asking that question. But to my greatest surprise, which I believe that's why I am always grateful to God. I can't remove the God aspect of it. I stayed in the house after my house job for almost 6 months without making any attempt to look for a job. Okay. Until the small money I gathered during the house job was almost finishing. So one morning I just told myself, Joshua, why sit here and die? Go. I took that decision, that biblical story of the leopards. So I said to myself, if I continue to sit here, this money will finish and I'll run into trouble. If I say they won't employ me, let me go. If they don't employ me, let me just go.
Yeah, there's no harm in trying.
Yes. But you know, surprisingly, I visited 3 private hospitals in Lugbe. All they gave me employment at the same day. In fact, one of the places they said I should come and manage the hospital. The man said, no, these are the kind of people like they will not be running away, running from year to year to look for a job. This one will sit down and do the work. In fact, they gave me a building, they gave me a house to live within the place. So that's why I'm a little bit very much concerned, and I want to make this advocacy on behalf of the physically challenged people. That statement is not correct. Now, if you want to employ a secretary, you want somebody to do secretarial job for you, yeah, a physically fit person without qualification can do it. But if you are looking for an errand boy that you'll be sent to run there, go there, the physically fit person may not be ideal for you. But if you have a specific job prescription that you know can suit in with it, you can do it very perfectly well, and you'll be more more productive than some of the physically fit people that you think you employ. So I don't agree with that. So please don't make mockery of people with disability. If you want to employ them, have a jobs prescription, know what to employ them for. Don't employ them, and after employing them, you now start asking them to go and climb tree. Or if it's a physically the person that can walk, or the person that can't see, you now start asking him to go and do. No, you should be able to understand what you want, exactly what you want, and employ. So it is physically challenged people, on the contrary, they are very reliable employee.
Exactly.